In today's video, we're going to look at an upgrade for your Bambu Lab A1 printer, Panda Breeze. This particular upgrade is meant to improve the quality of your prints by improving bridging, overhangs, and detail. This video is divided into 4 different sections, including unboxing, install, testing, and verdict, if you should buy this product or not. Each section is also timestamped, so if you'd like to skip to the testing part of the video, you can just click the timeline down below. Also, a disclaimer, BIQU did send me this product for free in order for me to make a review video about it. Now, I'm under no obligation to sugarcoat anything. I mean, perhaps for future sponsors, it would be probably in my best interest to say positive things about this product, but this is not what this channel is about. This channel is here to improve your 3D printing experience, so I will try to keep this review as open as possible. So let's get into it. Again, a big thank you to BIQU for sending me this product. The product arrived safely packaged with bubble wrap to ensure there isn't any damage to the box and the contents inside of it. Now let's take a look at what you can expect to find inside this box. Upon opening the box, you find that all of its content is protected by a thick foam, which is yet another plus to overall packaging. You're giving some Allen keys, which we'll use later during the installation, an LED strip which you'll use to install onto the X-axis linear rail. Now, I do have some concerns about this LED strip, which I'll address during the installation. It's nice to see that they integrated some 3D printed parts into their overall design. The fan itself is made out of aluminum alloy, at least the shell portion of it. The aluminum color makes it blend in with the Bambu Lab A1 printer, making it look like it's part of it. It features a built-in LED lights that help to illuminate your print area. You can turn them off by pressing down on this button. Inside the box, you should find a 4-pin cable that powers accessories such as your AMS, and a lot of BIQU products rely on this sort of connection, as does this fan that I'm reviewing today. I'm not sure what it is with BIQU putting rubber duckies inside their packaging, but this seems to be almost like their trademark. And of course, you'll find bolts to secure the fan to your printer. Alright, this concludes all the content that I found inside the box. We can now move on to the installation part of the video. If you like this sort of content, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Begin by unplugging your printer from the power source, and if you have an AMS system, I advise to disconnect it temporarily for now, as we need to get access to behind of your printer. We'll need to remove these 2 bolts from your X-axis, store them somewhere safe, as if you ever need to remove the fan, you'll need to fasten them back in. Now you can grab the fan and install it by using the provided bolts, which are a little bit longer than the ones we just removed, as we're adding a little bit more thickness to the rail via the fan install. Let me know down in the comments below what kind of upgrades you've done to your printer, and has it improved the quality of your prints. Now this expansion board comes pre-installed with the LED lights. We need to latch it under the X-axis motor. There are 2 openings you'll find underneath that will hold it in place. I opened up the expansion board housing just to show you how it looks like on the inside. As you can see, there are quite a few connections being made in a small space. Pretty impressive. Now connect the fan's power adapter to the expansion board as shown. Grab the 4-pin power cable that was part of the box and install it to the back of the printer and then into the expansion board. Behind your extruder motor, you'll find a cover that hides the tool head board. You'll need to find a thin object to pry open the cover. In my case, I used a scraper. From the expansion board, you should find these wires sticking out. We'll need to connect them to this port here. This port is part of the cooling fan system of the A1. You'll have to pull the tab gently. I used a screwdriver and my finger to pry it open. Connect your new fan to this port and then connect the lead we just pulled out of the female port as shown here. Gently package all the wires inside the toolhead's housing. Don't press anything too hard. Put the cover back on. This is the one thing I didn't like, is that the wires are essentially pinched by this cover because there isn't a groove for them to pass through. At this point you can return your printer to your original setup. I reconnected my AMS. I also need to find a way to manage these extra wires that are now part of your printer. BIQU included these little zip ties, which are great for securing these wires. Trim away the excess, and that should keep the wires away from your print bed or moving parts. Now it's time to attach these LEDs to the bottom of your X-axis rail, but spoiler alert, I wasn't so successful in this install. I wiped down the bottom of the rail to ensure there isn't any debris that may affect the double-sided tape of the LED strip, but as you can see, the adhesive on this LED strip was dried out, so I wasn't able to mount it properly on the X-axis rail. Now the good thing is that you can actually remove the LED strip from the expansion board. I caution everyone to be careful installing this sort of LED strip, as it may peel off if not properly installed. It could also halfway through your print catch onto the moving tool head. It can also fall down onto your print bed and cause numerous issues. So my advice, take that LED out and just operate the fan only. It is nice of them to include the LED strip, but I'd avoid installing it. Other than that, we have now successfully finished installing Panda Breeze. And now we can move on to the testing portion of the video. Like mentioned previously at the beginning of the video, I'd like to make my reviews as open as possible and point out any problems you may experience with them. This will aid in your decision whether or not you should purchase the product. I may also be just an exception and got unlucky with the LED strip. Alright, moving on to the testing part of the video. To keep the test as fair as possible, I am using the same type of filament, same color, same material, and both spools were exposed to the same room temperature and humidity. Upon turning on your printer, you may hear a loud sound coming from the fan. I only noticed it during the boot up. Seems to be a normal function. It can definitely be distracting at first. Again, it's mostly during the startup and not so much during the actual printing. Throughout the print, the fan actually works very smoothly, as you'll see in just a bit. I used this piece of toilet paper to show you how much air is being pushed by this fan. As you can see, it's pretty powerful. Alright, for our first test, I printed this benchmark model by MPOXDE. I didn't realize how much big of a YouTuber this person is, over 200,000 subscribers on their channel. I left credit and link to their channel in the description for anyone who would like to try this model. The purpose of this print is to showcase the differences between a printer that has the upgrade built in versus the printer that doesn't. What we're looking for is to see if there's any difference between the bridging and overhangs between the two prints. Now, as everyone knows, A1 has great quality prints with straight out of the box setup. So I was a little bit skeptical going into this, as I wasn't sure if there will be any difference, but the results will speak for themselves. As you can see, both models appear to be similar in quality visually. There is a bit more stringing on the model that wasn't printed with the Panda Breeze, but in general, they look very much the same. But the most major difference between the two prints is found at the bottom of these models. You see, this model is designed in such a way that it allows for the bottom pin to come out. This only appears to have worked on the printer number 1, which had the Panda Breeze fan. Comparing it to the second printer, it looks like the holes didn't print properly and the model experienced over-extrusion, which is a big win for Panda Breeze. The second test was yet another benchmark model made by Des Absolute Hammer. The link to the model is in the description. This test was, funny enough, featured on BIQU's website that showcased the before and after upgrading your printer with a Panda Breeze. It's funny because I had no prior knowledge that they used the same benchmark test to showcase the results of their product. Now, I will say, there is quite a bit less stringing on the model that was printed with a Panda Breeze versus the model that wasn't. Another key thing I've noticed is the artifacts found on the second printer which do not appear on the printer with a Panda Breeze. Other than that, the overhangs and bridging seems to have come out the same. So what's the verdict? Well, I'd say let's put some pros and cons and weigh them against your decision to buy this product or not. The pros. The aluminum alloy body makes it a very durable product. Help to ensure tolerances are not affected by over-extrusion, minimal stringing, better print at the end of the day. The cons. Somewhat pricey, around 70 USD. LED strip didn't stick. Doesn't work if you have mounted your AMS up top with support legs attached to the frame. The support legs will interfere with the wiring. Toolhead cover pinches the wires. Personally, I'm a sucker when it comes to upgrades to your printer. I would still end up purchasing this product, but I would like for BIQU to fix these issues with the LED strip not sticking properly to the rail. Perhaps offer people the option of not including the LED strip within the packaging, which in turn should lower the cost of the fan. Create a toolhead cover that has grooves to accommodate the wires leaving out of it. Okay, so overall, if I were to rate this product, I probably end up leaving 3 out of 5 stars. Now, for anyone who wants to purchase this product, the affiliate link is down in the description and the comment section. Note, I may earn a commission if you choose to purchase this product. Again, a really big thank you to BIQU for sending me this product and for everyone who stayed to watch this review. I'll see you in the next one.